suppose we have some vector fields. It may be like some vector field A. Suppose for this vector field, you may get the quantity as, like you may get something like divergence of this vector field may be a 0. Okay, this may happen. That time, this vector field is called as solenoidal. So, for any vector field to be solenoidal, what you should have? Its divergence should be 0. Both the ways it is true. If you are calling any vector to be solenoidal, that means its divergence is 0. Are you getting what I want to tell here? Now I can just show you here some example. Here we have got some divergence as some quantity. Suppose for some vector field f, if you are getting the divergence of that vector field as 0, you just straight away call that vector field as solenoidal. Did you get one more word now? Solenoidal. Similarly, what may happen if you just apply curl on some vector field A, it may be a 0 vector. Okay, that time the vector field is called as irrotational. It is called as irrotational, or even it is called as conservative field. It's called as conservative field. One more name is there, which is potential field. Potential field. So here, yeah, just see the previous example. Here what we have got, divergence is not a 0 quantity, but if you find the curl of that vector field, isn't it you are getting it as 0 vector. So that time that vector field is called as irrotational, conservative, or potential field. Is it the two terms are clear? Don't get confused now. Now, if any vector field is irrotational, then what you should have the condition? What should be the condition?
Curl of vector is
Yeah,
0.
curl of that vector field should be 0. Means it is both the ways true. If it is solenoidal, its divergence should be 0. Now, when a vector field is irrotational, then we can say there always exists a scalar function phi, such that if you just find del phi, this is exactly equal to the vector field A. Suppose I have taken it as A here, so I'll take it as E. Or suppose a vector field is F here, my definitions are in terms of F, so then you will get it as F. So this will happen only for irrotational. This we cannot say it is always true. Can anybody tell me what is this del phi representing? What is del phi?
Gradient.
It
Gradient
is
of
gradient. That means we have some property satisfied whenever a vector field is irrotational, then that vector field is equal to gradient of some scalar function. And this scalar function phi, this is called as scalar potential. Will you remember all these terms? Try not to get confused. There is no alternate term for solenoidal. So solenoidal means divergence is 0. One very basic, very simple thing. Second part, if the curl of a vector field is 0, then vector field is called either irrotational. This is majority cases used. This is in some cases conservative field, and potential rarely used. I'm not seen any question appearing on the word like potential field. Okay, but you should know these names. Now the extension is whenever a vector field is irrotational, then there is always a scalar potential phi will exist, means there is some scalar function will exist such that this property is true. So this you need to remember, because they ask you to show that some vector field is irrotational and they'll ask you to find the scalar function. Am I clear with the two terms? Is the part clear? Tell either yes or no so that I can proceed further.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please do answer. Otherwise, it is like simply if I go on telling, if there is no response, difficult for me to get, okay, whether you are following, whether I am connected to a Zoom meeting, yes or no. Okay, now I'll take example. Show that f bar, which is equal to xi plus yj divided by x square plus y square, is both solenoidal and irrotational. Solenoidal and irrotational. See, there are some very few, you can say, rare examples where a vector field satisfying both. This you can say among one of them. Okay. First, we have to show that f is solenoidal. How can we show, or what we have to show which implies that it is solenoidal?
Divergence of
Yeah, divergence of f. Take divergence of f. Divergence means what we have to take? Dot product with del. Del dot f. What is del? Dou by dou x. You can answer, no problem. Dou by dou y, j plus dou by dou z, k.
K.
Dot product with, now better you write them as ijk coefficients. Can anybody tell me what is the coefficient of I for f?
X by x square plus y square.
Very good. So do separate and take. This denominator is for both. Okay. I, what is the coefficient of j then? Y upon x square plus y square j. And can anybody tell me what is the coefficient of k here?
0.
So how we take the dot product? Multiply corresponding I coefficients. So dou by dou x operating on x upon x square plus y square. Correct? Plus corresponding j coefficients. Dou by dou y operating on what? Y upon x square plus y square plus dou by dou z operating on what?
0.
0. Okay. Now, the meaning of this first term is we have to differentiate this bracket quantity with respect to x. Tell me to differentiate whether we have to go for direct, product rule or anything else or any other rule. Yeah, it's a u by v rule. Quotient rule has to be applied because both numerator and denominators are functions of x. Let us apply u by v rule. What u by v rule says, whether we have to write numerator as it is or denominator as it is.
Denominator.
X square plus y square as it is. Now derivative of this numerator x with respect to x is how much? 1. Then I have to write a minus or plus for quotient rule.
Minus.
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 Now what we have to write is a numerator, correct? Now denominator with respect to x we have to differentiate. Derivative of x square is
2x.
x plus derivative of y square is 2y. No?
0.
No.
Y 0.
0, ma'am.
0, ma'am.
With
Y
respect
0.
to x, ma'am.
Yeah.
Respect to x it is.
Yeah. Y square with respect to x is 0. We are doing a partial differentiation. Divided by what we have to write?
Denominator square.
Denominator square. Okay. Let us apply similar way because for the second term again, both numerator and denominator are functions of y. So write denominator as it is. What is derivative of y with respect to y? 1.
1.
Write y as it is. What is derivative of x square with respect to y?
0.
0 plus
0.
y square becomes 2y.
2y.
Divided by what? Again, x square plus y square the whole square. Can anybody tell me what is derivative of 0 with respect to z?
0.
0. 0 is a constant. Derivative of constant is always 0. Okay. Now to simplify, isn't it denominators are same? Better I'll take it out. So I'll take 1 upon x square plus y square the whole square out. Now what you will get? You can just observe here. This is x square plus y square and minus x into 2x means how much? What will you get?
2x square.
2x square, and this minus continues. Now in between we have a plus. Okay, so same way again. X square plus y square into 1 means same. Minus y into 2y means
Minus 2y.
2y square. See what happens? X square plus x square is 2x square, cancels with minus 2x square. What happens again? Y square plus y square is 2, y square gets cancelled with minus 2y square. What remains here in the bracket?
0.
0 remains. So 0 divided by x square plus y square the whole square means it is 0. What we started with? Divergence of f. So divergence of f is 0 means what is f called as?
Solenoidal.
Solenoidal. Just answer one simple question. Is every field is going to be solenoidal? No. So solenoidal and irrotational is a particular case. General case is vector. So which vector fields are satisfying this condition are going to be solenoidal. Similarly, the second part of the question is we have to show that it is irrotational. So what I have to start with?
Curl of
f. Let us take curl of f. So curl means it is del cross f.
A cross product.
Yeah, cross product. So how to take cross product? Determinant containing I, J, K as first row. Second row, I, J, K coefficients of f should be written or del should be written? Del. Okay. Now third row, write the I, J, K coefficients of f. What they are? What is a I coefficient? X upon x square plus y square, correct? Coefficient of J is y upon x square plus y square. What is the coefficient of k? 0.
0.
If you want, you can expand it by the third column or third row. Let it be. Will not change it. Will not take trouble. Will stick on to the first row only. Yes. So you know how to do it. So what is derivative of 0 with respect to y?
0.
0. Minus derivative of this term. Okay, I think I missed something. What I wrote wrong here? Just tell me. What I should write here?
dou by dou.
Yes. You don't do that mistake. Okay. Yeah. What is see with respect to z? Do you have any z here?
No, ma'am.
No means you take it as 0. Actually, you should write the term and then substitute. Okay. So minus j into, leave the row and the column. Now derivative of this 0 with respect to x is how much?
0.
0.
0.
Again, on this, we have to apply a derivative with respect to z. No z
Zero
in this.
0,
So
ma'am.
again 0. Very good.
0.
Plus k into, leave the row and the column. Yeah. Derivative of this with respect to x. Shall I write 0? Like the previous two terms?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No.
so in a hurry, don't write like that. Carefully you find. Derivative exists or no? It exists.
Ma'am.
Tell me, is it direct product rule or u by v quotient rule?
U by V.
Quotient.
U by
rule.
Who is telling? Tell your roll number. Who told? U by v? Okay, it is direct. Why? Because this is derivative of this term with respect to x. Can you do you find any x in the numerator? No. So how come it will be quotient rule? It is direct. So how we'll do it? We'll keep y as it is. Now derivative of this with respect to x, your x term is in the denominator. It is just like how you write derivative of 1 by x? Minus 1 by x
1
square.
by
No?
x square.
So here x square plus y square the whole square into derivative of this bracket with respect to x is how much?
2x.
2x plus 2y. No, 0 again. Because we are doing with respect to x, don't forget. Am I correct with this? Is this term clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
minus. Now again take here. So just take derivative of this term again with respect to y. Again, quotient rule or direct? Direct again, correct? Because x is,
Question.
huh?
The U by V rule will be give correct answer only.
That will also give you correct answer, but simply you are applying, you are making it lengthy. Somehow, no, second term becomes 0. See, after coming to
Yes, ma'am.
engineering, you should identify whether U by V rule is applicable or no. Huh? If you do like
Okay, ma'am.
that, don't do it. At least that you are taking extra thing. See, engineers plan properly. Don't make it lengthy. Okay, so x is constant. Derivative of 1 upon any function of y means minus 1 upon x square plus y square the whole square into derivative of the bracket with respect to y. X square derivative with respect to y is 0 and y square becomes 2y. Am I correct now? Is any doubt
Yes,
is
ma'am.
there? If you any doubt, you just ask. Now somehow the coefficient of I and j are 0, not to worry. Now we'll see. This is 0 minus 0, you can say, plus k into bracket. You can observe here, this is nothing but minus 2xy upon x square plus y square the whole square, correct? I multiplied it, nothing much. Here you have a minus here and there is a minus. So minus into minus, it is plus. What do you have in the numerator? 2y and x is there. Altogether 2xy upon x square plus y square the whole square, isn't it? Are they same terms? But what is the sign? Opposite, right? So obviously they will cancel each other. What is the value here?
0.
0 vector. So what we started with is a curl. So curl of this vector field is 0. What this implies? That F is solenoidal, no?
Solid.
Irrotational.
Yeah, confusion should be less. It is irrotational vector field. Done. So if the problem is clear, we don't, in my notes at least I have got only one example where one field being satisfying both. Okay. Yeah, let me take the next example. Any doubts are there? Hopefully no. If V bar is equal to 3xy square z square I plus y cube z square j minus 2y square z cube k. Write the powers correctly. And F bar x square minus yz j I y square minus zx j plus z square minus xyk. Then prove that V bar is solenoidal and F bar is irrotational vector fields. Okay, so they have given two vector fields. First, let us go in order. First, we have to show V is solenoidal. So what I have to show? Whether curl of F, V we have to consider or divergence of V?
Divergent of V.
And ultimately, what is the answer we are expecting here?
Zero.
0. Okay,
Zero.
that you should keep in mind. Okay. Now, divergence of V means how to take divergence. Del dot V vector V, right? So del means dou by dou x I, dou by dou y j, dou by dou z k. Dot product with V. 3x y square z square I, y cube z square j, minus 2y square z cube k. Okay. Yeah. Now, how to find dot product? Multiply corresponding I coefficient. So, dou by dou x operating on coefficient of I here. What is that? 3x y square z square. Correct? Can anybody help me in writing the next terms? Dou by dou y operating on
Y
Y
cube
cube
z
Z
square.
square.
Z square
Next,
J
dou by dou z
plus
operating on. Yeah,
2y
don't forget
minus
square.
2y
minus,
square
minus.
Z cube.
Minus 2y square z cube. Yeah. What is the meaning again here? Differentiation of the bracket with respect to x. So leaving x, all other are variables. Tell me what are the, sorry, leaving x, all other are constant. Tell me what are the constant quantities. Let us take them out.
3y square z.
3y square z square are free from x. Remaining x with respect to x derivative is 1. Similarly, what comes out as a constant? Second term,
Z square.
z square comes out. Remaining y cube with respect to y is
3y square.
3y square. Yeah, this is minus. Minus into plus is minus only. What comes out? 2y square comes out. Remaining z cube with respect to z is how much? Derivative
3z square.
3z
3z.
square. Yeah, just observe here. What do you have? 3x square y square z square plus 3y square z square is how much? 6y square z square. Here you multiply. Minus 3 2s are 6 y square z square. What is the answer?
0.
Yeah, so it is
Zero.
not like always you will get the terms only directly as 0. After simplification also you may get it as 0. So divergence of V is 0 means what is V? What V is called?
Solenoidal.
Yeah, V is
Solenoid.
solenoidal vector field. If you repeat 2-3 times, that will be better because in exam there won't be confusion. Okay, next. What is the next part of the question? To prove the next part, what we have to start with?
F should
Curl
be
of what they have given the second vector field F, no? Take curl F. Curl means
cross product.
cross product with del cross F. So cross product means I, J and K. Del ijk coefficients are dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. Tell me ijk coefficients of f. I think f is little symmetric function. Just confirm, is it y square x square minus yz, y square minus zx and z square minus xy? Confirm. If you have written the question, you can confirm the value. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, substitution is correct. Now start with the expansion. Plus, minus, plus. I into bracket. So try not to write directly. Write one step where you are showing how you are expanding the determinant. So what is this? Dou by dou y operating on z square minus xy minus dou by dou z operating on which term? Y square minus zx minus j into, leave the row and the column. Let's take dou by dou x operating on what? Z square minus xy minus dou by dou z operating on, please help me. What term? X square
X square
minus
minus y.
Square
yz.
minus
I'm very happy that you are solving, so you are not answering, but If you people are not helping me, difficult for me to write, isn't it? Plus k into. Leave the first row and the third column. Take the product like this. Dou by dou x operating on y square minus zx. Complete. Dou by dou y operating on
X square
y.
minus
Now carefully write the derivative. Some students, what they do know, they know curl, if it has to be shown that it is irrotational, so directly they write 0. So evaluator also don't think much, directly they'll cut the marks. Don't allow them to cut any marks. Write the important steps. What is the derivative of this bracket with respect to y? So there is no y, it becomes 0. So here minus x comes out. Y will be 1. So altogether what remains?
minus X.
Minus x. So
Minus
this
X.
minus I am writing. Now derivative of this bracket with respect to x.
Plus X.
Okay. In the bracket it is minus x. Correct. No doubt minus into minus, later on it is plus x. Now minus j into bracket. What is the derivative of this bracket with respect to x? So there is no x in this, so it is 0. Minus y comes out as constant. Remaining x with respect to x is 1. Altogether, what is the answer? Minus
Minus y.
y.
Minus Y.
Again, what is the value of this term? Derivative of bracket with respect to z.
Minus Y.
Minus y.
Y.
Plus k into. What is the derivative of this bracket now with respect to x? Is it minus
Minus
z?
Z.
Minus x. A z?
Z.
Z, no? Yeah.
Minus Z.
Yeah, you are right. You are
Minus
100% right. Yeah. Minus z minus of. Again, derivative of the bracket with respect to y is minus z.
Minus Z.
Okay. So you can clearly observe in the bracket it is minus x plus x 0. Similarly, the next two brackets are going to be 0. Is it a 0 vector? Yeah. So curl f is 0. This implies f is what? Irrotational vector field. Irrotational vector field. Done. So they may give some field to be both. They may give two fields and ask you to verify for solenoidal and irrotational. Or next type. Next type is write this. Find the constants a and b. Find the constants a and b such that f bar, which is equal to axy plus z cube into I. This is also one of the important type of example. Plus 3x square minus z into j plus bxz square minus y into k is irrotational. And find scalar potential function phi such that, can anybody tell me what is the condition for scalar potential we get? Today only we discussed it.
Curl of f bar.
Huh? No, not for irrotational. I'm asking the scalar potential obtained phi will satisfy one property.
Del Phi.
Very
Del Phi
good.
is
Del phi is
phi.
equal to
F bar.
f bar.
F.
The given
F
irrotational vector field. Yes. So sometimes this condition may be given or may not be. You need to remember it. Okay. Yeah. So first thing, the question is we have to find A and B such that this given vector field F is irrotational. So what they have given, what is the given condition? F bar is? Isn't it if F bar is irrotational? Given thing. Read out the question, you will come to know.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So when the function, any vector field is irrotational, what is the next implication?
The curl is 0.
Yeah,
Zero.
curl of that vector field is,
Zero.
yeah. What is curl F? What is curl F means? Del cross F
Del.
Cross
is
F.
equal to 0 vector. So this condition already is true because when, see, there are two things. The given vector field is irrotational means you have to show that curl F is 0. If it is already a irrotational means its curl is already 0. So here it is given that it is, you have to find A and B such that this field is already a irrotational. So I am just equating it to 0. Hope no doubts. Some students, what they do while solving, no, they just don't go on equating to 0. They just go on finding curl F. And directly they write the answer. That will be a wrong concept. Now, how can I write del cross F? How del cross F is written? Determinant I,
I, J, K.
K, second row.
Dou by dou X.
Dou by dou y and dou by dou z. What I should write now? Third row is for ijk coefficients of F. Yeah, tell me what are the ijk coefficients?
AXY plus Z square.
Axy
Z cube.
plus z cube. Next,
3x square minus Z.
minus z. Coefficient of k.
BX. BX Z square.
Dx z square minus y.
Minus y. Okay, hope clear. This is how we used to take curl F. But you don't forget, this is already 0. This is already equal to a 0 vector, isn't it? Because it is irrotational. Now, expand the determinant. Before expansion, just assign the sign. The procedure says plus, minus, plus. So, I into, leave the row and the column. Take a product like this. So, dou by dou y operating on what here? Bxz square minus y. Correct? Minus. Dou by dou z operating on what term?
3x
Square minus z, yes. Minus j into, let me take it in a square bracket. Minus j into, yeah. Dou by dou x operating on bxz square minus y minus dou by dou z operating on what term? This term.
Ax y z.
Very good. Axy plus z cube plus k into. Leave the row and the column, first and third column. Then, first row and third column. Dou by dou x operating on 3x square minus z minus dou by dou y operating on what? Axy plus
AXY plus Z
z cube.
Z cube.
Yes. It's equal to what? 0 vector again. So some students forget to write that equal to. That will be wrong things. Whatever up no, it should be continued in a similar way. So I into bracket. What is the derivative of this bracket with respect to y? Here there is no y. So it becomes 0. Minus 1, no? Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Similarly, derivative of this bracket with respect to z. There is no z in first term. 0. Minus 1. Okay. Minus j into. Tell me what is the derivative of this with respect to x means. What is constant? Bz square is constant.
Bz square.
And x with respect to x is 1 minus derivative of y will be 0. So altogether it is only bz square, correct? Minus derivative of this bracket with respect to z. So there is no z here. So
3z
0. It is 3z square. Okay. Plus k into bracket. What will get now? Derivative of this bracket with respect to
6x.
x is 6x
6x.
minus
6x.
for this with respect to y means ax is equal to 0. So this 0 it's a 0 vector. So what are the ijk coefficients of this 0 vector? 0. 0 i,
0 I, 0 j.
0 k. Now what is this? Is it a vector or a scalar? LHS part?
Vector.
A vector. RHS is also a vector. Isn't it? We have a equality. So what the equality of vectors says that if two vectors are equal, we can equate the corresponding I,
Coefficients.
J,
Coefficient.
and K coefficients. Yeah. On equating. So you know what is to be equated. On equating the corresponding coefficients of I, J, K. See here for the first bracket it is minus into -1 plus 1. I'll not take it because I don't want any, I'll not get any constant from this. I'm interested in getting what we are finding actually.
A and B.
A and B. So I'll not take this into consideration. Now this is my coefficient of J. What is that? Bz square minus 3z square. Can anybody tell me what is this equal to? What is the coefficient of J? 0.
0.
You
0
may
j.
ask, this is plus and here it is minus. Do you have such a doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will clarify.
Minus.
Yeah, I'll take this as minus. Is it going to matter? Is it going to matter?
No.
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 So don't don't worry about this. We are interested in the coefficient. If I write along with minus, no, again I have to take a minus. That won't matter. Yeah, you have come to engineering course. Let us use some shortcut. Now, what is common? Z square comes out. What will get? B minus 3, no? So from this, surely I'll not get a B. But if I equate this bracket to 0, I'll get the value of B. So this implies B minus 3 is 0 means what is B?
3.
3. Yeah. Write the steps properly. That's all. So we got the value of B. Now one more is remaining. Isn't it coefficient of K we have not equated? Yeah. So and 6x minus AX equal to 0 implies take what is common X. So we'll get 6 minus
X.
A. Okay.
Minus A.
X equal to 0 will not help me.
6 minus
So I would have to take 6 minus A is 0. Very good. Someone is very fast. Very fast. Good. So A is 6 and B is 3. So first part of the question is done. What is the second half? Can anybody read for me?
Find the scalar potential.
Yeah, we have to find the scalar potential function. Okay. So now start with the condition. Yeah, recall what is the condition to be started to find phi. First,
Del phi.
del phi
Del-
is equal to f, vector f. Del phi means what?
Gradient of phi.
Dou phi by
Gradient
dou
of phi.
x.
The value is dou phi by dou x I, dou phi by dou y j, dou phi by dou z k. What I'm going to solve this part now, very interesting. Okay, just listen to this. If you understand, it looks very simple. If you don't understand, never it will be clear. Just give attention. Yeah, this is my del phi is equal to f. Now while writing, okay, this is not E. Okay, while writing f, you write by substituting the values of A and B. Otherwise, it remains as unknown. Got it? I avoided one step after getting A and B. No, you should write your f. That I'll do it in here. Okay, tell me what is f after substituting A as 6 and B as 3? See, you have here, no, f. F is this given field only. What I'm telling you, yeah, in place of this A, write it as 6. In place of B, write it as 3 and tell me now, what is F? 6.
6xy plus z cube.
6xy plus z cube. 3x square minus
3x square minus z.
Huh,
ZZ
huh.
plus
3x
z
square
square
minus y.
minus y. K.
Hope all are getting the same F. Correct? Okay. Now, again, the question is same. Which quantities these are? LHS and RHS both.
Vector quantities.
Both are vectors. So again, two vectors are equal means we can equate the corresponding IJK coefficients.
IJK
Ah.
coefficients.
Yeah, on equating the corresponding coefficients. Yeah, first I'll take the I coefficient. What is the coefficient of I on LHS?
Dou phi by dou x
Phi
is
by
equal
Yeah, should
to
be equal to
6xy
coefficient
plus
of
z.
I. 6xy plus z cube. Okay, now I'll call, okay, then what is the coefficient of J now?
Dou phi
LH.
by dou y is equal to 3x square minus z.
Very good. Next, K coefficients.
Dou pi by dou z is equal to
Huh.
3x square minus y.
Okay, done. Is this part clear? What we did is equating. Next part is very interesting. Just you observe here. Is it we are interested in getting dou phi by dou x, dou y, dou z, or what we want actually? Why we are solving this part? To get the value of phi. To get the value of
Phi.
phi. Now I have got a phi, but it is in the form dou phi by dou x. Correct. If I want to get a phi, what will be the easy way?
Integration.
Very good.
Integration.
Integration, isn't it? Because this is in differentiated form. So very simple way is integration of differentiation of the function is function itself. So this is to be differentiated with respect to first form. With respect to what? X.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have only x terms in this expression?
No,
No.
ma'am,
No,
y
you
and
have
z.
y and z also. What to do with y and z?
Keep them as constant.
Keep them as
Constant.
constant. So this is like
Constants.
same way how you used to do partial differentiation. I will call this method as partial integration. Actually, this is called as direct integration. You will learn about it in PDEs. But now time being, just keep in mind this is like a partial integration. Clear? So, and one more thing. So what is the use of keeping y and z constant is, whenever you integrate a step, you do one part over there. Can anybody tell me what is that? If I integrate one whole step without limits, what we do?
You will get constant.
We add a constant, correct? On RHS, we add a constant of integration C. Now, while doing this partial integration, you add a function of the variables you are treating them as constant. Okay, let me just do it for this. Okay, so I'll call this as 1, and call it as 2, and I'll call it as 3. So first integrate 1 with respect to x. Okay, I'm doing with respect to x means I'm treating y and z as constant. Keep that in mind. So here this is like integration of dou phi by dou x means what you'll get is a phi. Correct? It is just like this, huh? Integration of differentiation of dou phi by dou x with respect to x will be what? Ultimately it is phi. You can write directly as phi, no problem. Here with respect to x means in the first term what is constant?
Y as a constant.
Huh?
Y and Z.
6y.
Y and
Y,
z.
Z.
Now I'm asking first term. In first term,
6y.
Y, ma'am.
only y.
6Y.
6y.
Six.
Tell me full, no?
6y.
Tell me full. I'm not asking any wrong, any lengthy part. Yeah, 6y both are constant. Remaining x with respect to x. Derivative integration is what?
X square by 2.
Square by
Very
2.
good. X square by 2. Now, plus. Now, what is constant in the second term?
Z cube.
Entire z cube
cube.
is constant. Then remaining will be 1. What is the integration of 1 with respect to x?
X.
X.
You'll get a x. Okay.
X.
Is it integration done for the whole all the terms? Now, while adding, don't add c. You add a function of, you may call it as f1 of the variables which you are treating it as constant. What they are? Y and z.
And Z.
X, Z.
Yeah, don't say yz, put a comma in between. Okay, next, same thing. Just observe equation 2. Tell me it has to be integrated with respect to
Y.
y. So I'll call 2 with respect to y. So what I'll get, integration of dou phi by dou y with respect to y means y fi only. Okay, now 3x square, how I'll get? Is it a constant or a variable? With respect to y it is
3x square y minus
3x square y minus z y.
ZY.
Very good. Very good.
Z by
Then what is to be done for this?
Function of
plus
X and Z.
F2.
Of
X and Z.
x and z, or z and x will do, no problem. Either you can use f1, f2, f3, or you can use fgh, your choice. Here 2 ones are, 2 threes are. One simplification I did. Similarly, we have to see equation 3. What is to be done for this? 3 should be integrated with respect to
And
z. So you'll get a
Z.
phi again from this. Okay, what will you get? 3x is constant. Integration of z square with respect to z.
2Z.
Z. Huh? Integration.
Z cube by
Z cube by
Z
3.
cube by
By
3.
3.
No, I was recalling, I said differentiation or integration. And in that you said 2z. Okay, let it
minus yz.
be. Minus y constant, you will get a
minus YZ.
plus
F3
3 y
function of
x
X and Y.
X and Y.
and y.
x and y. Yeah, here I'll cancel a 3. Now the next interesting part, which is how many phi they have asked? How many phi they have
One.
asked? Only
One.
one. Only
One.
one. And
Phi.
how many we are getting?
3.
3. So we should combine them, not adding and all. We should do a way that is called as comparison, and we should write one expression for phi. Okay, so that is on comparison. See, this is the interesting part. This is where you have to use some extra knowledge to get it. See, all of you, listen carefully. See, I want now in this, I want a function of yz, which is not present in this expression, but which is very much present in the next two. It may be a term containing y, it may be a term containing only z, it may be term containing yz both, maybe y square, z square, y, z cube, whatever it is. But it should not contain x. Are you getting the part? When I'm choosing f1 of yz, I may take terms in y only, terms in z only, or terms in yz, but it should not contain x. Similarly applicable for the next two. Clear? Tell me, there is a term in yz which is not present in this expression, but it is present in the remaining two. Which is that term?
Minus ZY.
Minus zy.
Minus ZY.
Zy or minus yz you can say, isn't it? This is present in these two but not present here. So what I have to choose? f1 of yz as minus yz. Done. Now coming to the next. So function of xz means term containing in x or z or both, but should not contain y again. Tell me term which is not present in second expression but present in first and third.
Z
Which is
cube
that?
X.
Z cube X.
Z cube x. Done.
XZ cube.
Similarly, what should be my f3 function of xy?
3x square y.
Very good. It is 3x square y. Hope you got it. Now what you do, either you take first expression and substitute for f1. I'm saying either. Okay, not all. So do the substitution in any one of the expression. So I'll make is in the first expression. Therefore, I'll get phi as 3x square y plus z cube x plus what I have to write f1 yz as minus yz.
minus y.
So isn't it? Similar way, no, if you do it for the second equation, if I substitute for f2, I'll get same terms, only the order may change. If I substitute in the third expression for f3, again, the order may change, but isn't it, you will get same terms only. So what we did, we reduced the three expressions into one. Okay, so what this is called as? This is called
Finding a
as
scalar function.
scalar potential. Do remember the names. Okay, this is called as the required scalar potential. Okay,